welcome to the session of tenses. So in today's class we'll be covering the concept of tenses. I'm sure you must have done it in your school days, but we'll try to figure it out and we'll kind of brush the concepts again so that it is now, clearly it sets in your mind, right? So what are tenses first? Tenses, like its name says, it talks about the tense, like in which, about what period of time we are talking, right? So we have three types of tenses that we have been doing since our childhood. So one is present tense, second is past tense, third is future tense. So when we talk about present tense, so present tense means something which is happening right now. For example, using this video, this is present, right? We have past tense, something which has already happened. For example, you have already completed your second semester. This is past. Future, something that will come up, right? That means something will happen in the future. For example, you will see your exams maybe in coming 3 months, 4 months, that is a future. So, going to tenses in details, we have few rules that we need to follow. So if you understand these rules thoroughly and you understand the concept, so beat any exam, beat any question, you will be able to solve that particular question. Only you need to focus that when do we use what, right? And then you will be understanding that what is the context of this particular sentence. Now let's begin with it. First that we are covering here is present tense. In present tense, we are covering first is your present simple. Present simple like its name says, it is very simple. How? We have no botheration of using past participles or any kind of other, the form of the verb. Just your subject and the concept of S and ES. Let's understand when do we use present simple. We use present simple when we are talking about our daily activities. Like, I go to temple every day. That means this is my hobby or this is my daily schedule that I go to temple every day. She listens to the music, right? She listens to the music. That means something that she does, on the regular basis or often it's a part of her hobby. So such kind of sentences we write in present simple. Also, we talk about the facts, universal facts. The sun rises from the east. Anytime it happened, like the sun rises from the west? No. So it is a universal fact. So when we talk about universal facts, our daily schedule, something that we do often, right, or on the regular basis, such kind of sentences we make in present simple. Correct? She goes to the school. So goes to the school what? It's his habit. It's a routine that she goes to the school, right? So such kind of sentences we are making in present simple. So what is the rule of present simple? It is just subject and the concept of S and ES. Now when will you add S and ES? You will only use S and ES with singulars. That means he, she and it. That's all. Right? Now let's come to the second. Second is present continuous. So when we talk about present continuous means something which is going on. For example, I'm speaking right now. So this is what in present, something which is going on. So this is present continuous. It is very simple to understand and very simple to acknowledge also. For example, we have subject. Subject what? We are talking about what? Right, so this is subject. Subject plus is MR plus ing. Right, is MR with ing. If you put like he or she is teaching. So if you have to just put your sentence into the formula and you're done. So when do we use is MR? Is used with singulars. When we use singulars like he, she, it or any name, that is your is your singular. When we say M we use with only I. I'm speaking, I'm sitting, I'm eating, I'm dancing. So this is what the usage of I with M in present continuous. So am is only used with I, but with you will not use it either with other with other verbs. Now let's talk about R. R is used with plurals. For example, you can use it with you, we, and they. They are driving, or they are sitting, they are eating, they are not listening to us, right? So what this is the usage of R. R is always used with plural, with you, we, and they. Correct? So this is very simple, nothing complex. Now let's understand perfect. Perfect is any event which has already happened in the past, but it has some or the other relevance in present. I have done my work. That means my work was completed in the past, but I am acknowledging it in present, or it has some or the other relevance in my present. Right? So such kind of sentences we use in present present perfect. Clear? So now let's understand how do we write it. What is the structure of writing present perfect? So when you say present perfect, so first of all would be my subject, has, have plus third form of the verb. This third form of the verb would talk about something which has happened in the past. Now has is my singular, we use he, she, it with has, or maybe any singulars, and you, we, they is my plural or any plural. For example, I have completed my work, right? Now I am planning to sleep, right? So this is something, my work was already being completed in the past, but this is the acknowledgement in present. So such kind of sentences we make in present perfect. Now let's see the next one. Present perfect continuous. Now present perfect continuous means something that started in the past but it is still going on. For example, you took your admission in 2019 but still you are a part of BTech. Right? So this is what it happened, it started in the past but it is still going on. So such kind of sentences we make in present perfect continuous. For example, I have been doing gardening since morning. So I started doing gardening when? In the morning, and still it is going on. It's in process, right? So such kind of sentences you will make in present perfect continuous. You have to just keep the sentence in the structure and you will be sorted. Subject plus has been, have been plus ing with the usage of since and for. So has been again is a singular and have been is again a plural. Now yes, I is also used with have. Now since and for. In my next video I will be covering the usage of since and for. So when we use since and when do we use for? If you are talking about the interval of time, at that particular time you will be using since and for. Like for since you use for specific period of time if the time is certain, like in since 1972, 1942, 1965. This is what, when we are talking about the specific period of time, that time we will be using since. But if you are talking about the interval of time or when your time is not known to you, at that particular time you will be using the concept of for. Right? So the next tense that we'll be covering here is past tense. Past tense, like its name says, something which has already happened, right? This is so it has no relevance to the present, right? So such kind of sentences are always constructed in past tense. So let's see first, like present tense, we also have 4 categorization of past: past simple, past perfect, continuous, and perfect continuous. So past simple is also simple, any event which has already happened, right, and it has no relevance to the present, or we can say we write those sentences which are initial past, something which has just happened, right. So such kind of examples, such kind of sentences are written in past simple, right. So what is the structure here? It is like subject plus second form of the verb. She went, right, she cried, she made. So these are what? These are the sentences which we construct in past simple. Clear? Now past continuous. So past continuous means something that was going on in past. but it has no relevance to my present. For example, she was writing, she was crying, she was cooking. So that means this was the activity that was being done with, by her in the past, but it has no relevance to my present. So what is the formula here? We have a simple formula: subject plus was or were with ing. Was again is my singular. We use with singular like he, she, it, and I. Were is with you, we, and they plus ing. So this is what? This is my past continuous. Now next is your past perfect, which is a little, I would say, complex to understand, but if once you understand, you will be through. Now past perfect. Past perfect is subject plus had plus the third form of the verb. So had is universal. You can use it with singulars and plural both. Now any event, right? Had is used, or past perfect is used to talk about past of past, right? For example, before she had left before I reached there. So pehle what happened? She left, then I reached there. So she had left before I reached there. So the girl, she had left before I reached there. So to talk about past of past, we use had, and for recent past we will be using past simple, right? So that is the usage of had. Clear? Now next is past perfect continuous. So past perfect continuous means something started in the past, lasted for a while, and then ended. So for that particular sentences, we use subject plus had been with ing and the usage of since and for. Like I had been living in London for 2 years. So that means it started in the past, it lasted for some time, and then ended. That means I'm no longer, or maybe he no longer is living in London now, right? So this is the concept of past perfect continuous. Something that started in the past, lasted for a while, and then ended. So now next we'll be covering is future tense. Future, I'm sure you all know, something that will happen in the future, right? So again, we have 4 categorizations of tenses in future, which is future simple, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Now let's see one by one. So when I talk about simple tense or simple future, it talks about something that will happen in future. Tomorrow I will go to Delhi, tomorrow I will see him, tomorrow I will eat. So something that will happen in future. So simple events that will be covering in the future will mention in simple future. So the formula is subject plus will plus base form of the verb, right? So the base form of the verb, no participles, right? Just we need to have base form here. Second is continuous. So continuous means something that will continue in future for specific interval of time, right? Or maybe in the expected time frame. For example, continuous is will be plus ing. Like for example, we can see here, don't phone me before 12, I will be in meeting, right? So this is what something that will happen in future for the specific period of time there, or maybe the interval that he said that don't call me by don't call me at 12 o'clock because I'll be in meeting. So such kind of sentences we write in your future continuous. So the formula is very simple: will plus be plus ing, right? Now the perfect one. Perfect is nothing. What happens is it talks about completed action in future, right? So when we talk about any completed action of future, at that particular time I use my future perfect tense. Now let's see example to make it more understand. If all goes well by June 2012, I will have finished my university degree. So he is assuming that if everything goes well by 2012, I will have finished my university degree. So what we are doing here, we are predicting the completed event of of a future. So for these kind of sentences you use your future perfect. And mind it, students, that this tense is often used tense in future. Now next is future perfect continuous. Future perfect continuous, here are those kind of sentences which will happen in the future for particular period of time. Something will continue up till the particular event or time in future. Let's see one example here. The formula says will plus have been plus base form of the verb with ing. So this is the formula of future perfect continuous. Let's see one example to make it more clear. You will have been waiting for more than 2 hours when her plane finally arrives. So what happens is, here we are talking about something that will continue up until a particular event of time in future, right? So these kind of sentences we make in future tense, future perfect continuous, right? So you will have been waiting for more than 2 hours when her plane finally arrives. So this is the example of future perfect continuous. I hope this session really helped you, right, to understand tenses, to understand tenses. So after this, you will be receiving one exercise sheet based on the the topic we have covered today. So kindly submit your exercises in time. Also, you will be receiving one exercise sheet, one quiz against it. So try to solve them as well, right? And in case you have any problem regarding this topic, you can write me at komal.bhatnagar@abs.ac.in. I'll try to answer your queries in the short span of time. Till then, stay healthy, stay safe.